So Mr. Hill, you're quite a man of history. I'd like to read a few words that others have had to say about you. Specifically, in December of 1982, from the Sanders County Search and Rescue Association in Thompson Falls, Montana, December 29th, 1982, to whom it may concern. In reference to Bill Hill of Hill's Professional Guide Service, he has been a member in good standing in Sanders County Search and Rescue for several years. At present, he is inactive due to the pressures of his work, but he is always available as a consultant if we need him for information and location on a search. He knows the mountains, ridges, drainages, etc. of this area better than most people. He does an excellent job as a guide, be it hunters or searchers. We would appreciate any help you can give him in his new endeavor. Sincerely, Secretary of the Sanders County Search and Rescue. Now, is there a reason why you have these recommendations that I'm reading?
Yes, the reason all them recommendations or referrals are dated so close together is that we were in contact with a third party who was friends with the governor of Michigan at that time, who was considering a hunt to the west, and he was trying to decide who he was going to go with, but anybody that high profile, they had to be vetted. And this was a process of vetting us, getting these recommendations from these people in high places themselves.
May I read another? From the Montana House of Representatives, the Big Sky Country, December 22nd, 1982. From the Representative Chris H. Stobie, to whom it may concern. I am happy to be able to endorse Edna, who is Bill's mother, and Bill Hill as reputable, hardworking, and effective hunting and fishing outfitters. They are a long-time residents and old hands of finding game, mostly because they know of every nook and cranny. Bill and Edna are as set at home in the mountains as most people are in their living rooms. Please be assured you will be well cared for and have a great trip. Yours truly, Representative Chris Stobie. Next, I come across the Senate. The Montana State Senate. Senator George McCallum wrote a letter as well. December 31st, 1982. To whom it may concern, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to write this letter of recommendation for Bill and Edna Hill. As guides and outfitters, they are probably none better in Montana. I have never heard of any of their clients who were dissatisfied with care and consideration given them. It is true that not all of their clients get a trophy bull or elk, a bull elk or deer, but Bill and Edna and their employees have guided them to where the game is. Again, as guides and outfitters, they are the tops, but more important to me are that they are some of the nicest people you will ever meet. They are indeed the salt of the earth, and I feel fortunate to call them my friends. Signed, George McCallum. Mr. Hill, is that the man you were before the incident with the bear?
I always felt that I worked hard. My mother worked hard for her reputation, and I worked hard for mine. I didn't think we had to apologize for any hunt, that we never got anything on. I think every client knew that he had gave his best physically, emotionally, to try to find that biggest animal for him. And we got references from those people that didn't succeed. We got references from them that did. But these people are in my community. They knew the degree of integrity that we strive for. They knew our character. They knew our professionalism. And I thank every one of them for recognizing that.
I'd like to read the last letter because it seems to be an association that you were well acquainted with both before and after the bear incident. The Montana Outfitters and Guides Association, December 20th, 1982. We take pleasure in advising all interested persons that Bill Hill of Hill's Professional Guide Service, Trout Creek, Montana, is a member in good standing of this association. As far as we know, this outfit does a professional job and reliably represents the industry in their area. We know of no complaints filed against Mr. Hill. We will appreciate any courtesies extended to Mr. Hill. Rhonda Cook, Executive Secretary, Montana Outfitters and Guides Association. The Montana Outfitters and Guide Association has been an organization you were involved with for many number of years, were you not, Mr. Hill?
Yes, that letter was written, I believe, in 1982.
Yes, it was.
These people were my peers. They were my peers. They were my. I was accountable to these people. They controlled the industry that I was a part of. I later became responsible enough to join the Association of Outfitters, Montana Outfitter and Guide Association, and soon, very soon after I joined, I got elected onto the board of directors for that association and also appointed to be the chairman of the Forest Service Committee for the entire state, which makes me the liaison to Congress, which means that if any issues come up before Congress concerning outfitters in Montana, I would be the liaison or I would have to go testify on those matters.
Was that a position you enjoyed being a part of as your profession as an outfitter and guide?
Yes, my nature is to ensure fairness. The world sometimes can be a little unfair, but if all of us try to make it a little more fair, it kind of helps balance it out a little bit. And yeah, I wanted to represent the outfitters in their time of need because I knew that I would go to no limit to make sure nobody hurt them, that they were well represented, and they were all safe.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hill. Your services in the past, at the present, and in the future are highly valued in this community, I assure you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.